Welcome to Technique Thursday. My name is Ken, and we are going to be working 2 nunchucks today. So hopefully you guys have 2 nunchucks, and if you don't, unfortunately, you're probably going to either have to make one. Check out my Build Nunchaku, where you can make nunchucks out of your bills, which is the best way to use all that excess tree space. And the one thing I'm really glad for is that no matter how hard my day gets, I can always just go to this and lose myself in the movement, and it'll just put my mind just back at ease. I know that there's 1,000 different reasons why a person could spin, but I just have to reiterate again, one of the most beautiful things about anything in spinning is the fact that you lose yourself. So no matter what your worries are beforehand, it's even more fuel to want to spin. So this makes me feel even more proud about what I do, and happy to see that there's more spinners out there, because I also know that other people have these resources to be able to just, no matter what happens in the day, it just all melts away the moment you grab these chucks. Or boy. A front grip, and when your right hand, you're going to bounce it outside your right bicep. From there, you're going to bounce it down to your lower left hip. So right bicep, lower left hip. It's going to kind of go diagonally like this. Now you're going to take your other hand, your left hand, and you're going to hold it with your thumb pointing downward. Okay, we're still in a front grip, so both hands are in front grips. But as you can see, if I held my thumbs out, they would be sticking towards each other, like so, almost like a staff. And as my right hand starts to move across to the left side of my body, the motion we were just working on, once it gets about halfway there, the left hand is going to follow. And it's going to basically cross along the same path, except for a little bit higher. It's going to go under the armpit like this. So here it goes again. So practice this first with your right hand only. Make sure you feel the bounce. Then practice it with your left, and it's going underneath the armpit. So here. Bum, bum. It's not hitting at the same time, like bam, 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 bam. It's going ba-bam, 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 ba-bam. It's almost like you could say da-da, 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 da-da. So, da-da, 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 da-da. Okay? Now here's what we're going to do. Once the second chuck tags down, your right hand is going to go over to your right armpit. So, without the chuck, you're going to here, tap, tap, like that. So here, tap down to the lower left side over here, and then our thumb's gonna go upside down, and it's gonna hit underneath the right armpit. If you notice, what we're basically doing is we're reversing the roles, okay? So here, my right hand's on the bottom and the left hand's on top. Now my right hand's gonna go on the top, and the left hand's gonna go on the bottom. So here to there. And if you notice, my thumbs are pointing at each other again. So thumbs pointing at each other this direction, boom, boom. Take it over the top. So thumbs pointing over at each other here too. So 1. Okay, there's gonna be one more motion to this, okay? This is gonna be a 3-hit combo. Okay, the last motion, of course, is my favorite here. And that's the last part. I'll do it one more time, I'll do it fast, and I'll do it in slow motion. It goes. And here's the last part to it. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Boom, boom. The right hand now it's almost like you have a crayon, and you're gonna like draw on your neck. Okay, so we're kind of drawing a line across our neck. So it's going to the left side of our neck, tracing around the back, and slashing down to our waist, while the left hand is moving up towards the armpit. So it's just like this move that we've been doing, except this time, since our hand was on the top, watch what happens in slow motion. Here, this is crossing over, and as soon as it crosses, as soon as we get clearance from the back of the neck, what we're going to do is this big slash. We're just going to take all of our force, make sure no one's in front of you, especially no little kids, and you're going to slash it down diagonally and down by your hip, and even just kind of follow it through. So here, slash. And that's your beginner move. It's a pretty big combo, but it's really fun. you have to break this into steps for this to work. Essentially what we're doing is we're throwing with one while we're passing with the other. We're passing it while the throw is flying in the air. Very first thing you're going to do is you're going to put down the chuck to your right, and your left hand is going to be doing a figure eight. It's going to be a regular figure eight on the left hand like this. When the circle is pulling over towards the front, so when you pull the circle over towards the front, and it's going upwards and it's about 3 o'clock, you're going to try to lift your hand up and throw an aerial straight up, like that. Okay? Here. That's one. See if you can get it as straight as you can in front of you. Once you do that, what I want you to practice is your left hand, while this is going, we're going to go ahead and use it, our left hand and our right hand. This is called a hip reel, like this. It's basically like a figure eight, but we're pulling it through our hips and do a 2-beat instead of a 3-beat. So this is kind of the prerequisite. If you're not sure how to do it, it's really simple. You're just doing a figure eight. This is a reverse figure eight. We're doing a figure eight by our hip, and we're doing a figure eight by our hip. This is reverse on this side, on the right side, and this is a standard one. So here, here. Now watch what happens. As we throw this up, this one's going straight up behind us, kind of like a pinwheel. Okay, so it's going to go over here. What I want you to do is to grab with your left hand while it's behind you and let this one fall. So it's going to look like this. Step 2 is going to look like this. Step 1 is this, right? We're just going to throw it up in front of us. Step 2 is we're going to throw it up in front of us and then pass this chuck to our left hand, like this. Here, and catch. Okay, it's okay if it falls. You're going to take it step by step. So here, here, pass, fall. Now here's the tricky part. Once you do this pass, your right hand is going to reach forward and grab the one that's flying in the air. Once you get past that, you are good to go. But of course, this is also the hardest move of them all. Sorry, I have people heckling me. Hecklers. And that's a whole other subject, is dealing with hecklers. We'll get into that later. All right, so we're doing a hip reel. We throw it up, we pass it, and we grab. You see how that works? That's the whole motion. So step 1, throw it. Step 2, throw it and then pass it with the other hand. And step 3 is reaching the hand that originally had the other chuck forward to grab it. So step 3 is here, here, grab. And from there we can go back to whatever we like. This is an awesome move. I hope you really enjoy that one. It looks great. All right, let's say we're doing a 3-beat. You have to know a 3-beat from this. From our right hand, okay, we're doing just a standard 3-beat right now. From my right hand, it's going to bounce underneath my tricep. Once it bounces, my left arm is going to go straight, and it's going to just be a regular spin, and I'm going to throw it over. I'm going to throw it over this hand. Now the way to throw it over is it curls underneath the arm, but as soon as it curls, it's a pull backwards. We're going to pull it backwards, and that's going to cause the nunchaku to return back to my hand. Obviously, because if I just do it straight up, it's going to fly that direction. So I'm here, here, bounce, grab. Okay, this puts me into a reverse butterfly. Now my left hand's going to do the exact same thing, and that's all there is to it. We're just going to practice back and forth doing this throw. Throw, 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 throw. So every time you grab it, the hand that's throwing is getting under. Now, don't get too close or you're going to bang them together. So the hand that's getting under is going to get under here, pull through, and throw. And then the other hand is going to get under on this side, pull back, and throw the same way. And then in the end, you're here, here, catch. And throw, throw, throw. And you just keep doing it forever and ever and ever and ever. So then you got that one, you have this one, and then we have this one. That should keep you busy for a while. Happy doubling. If you have any recommendations for next week, let me know. Peace.